Hello guys, welcome to Top Anime Sensei. This video is the continuation video after Battle God Xion. So if you have not watched it, then please watch it. The link is in the description. So without any further delay, let's start. But before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Xion's attack left a small crack on Rasul's arm. His exoskeleton blocked most of the attack, but that was more than enough for Xion. As long as she could make a tiny opening, she would be able to activate optimal action and reach guaranteed outcome. This was the secret of Xion's unique skill Cook. The blade flashed, leaving a severed blade flying through the air. Xion's Odachi had broken into two in the end. Yet, Rasul was the one to fall. Starting from the left hand that was originally cut, a huge wound extending from the center of his body, and his shoulder severed him in two. The devastating lightning ripped through the wound and scorched Rasul's insides. It was at that moment that the battle was decided. Rasul fell to the ground. He knew he would die soon. He turned his eyes to see Granbell fighting against Luminous. "Sorry, Gran, I will go first. I shall meet you at the place we promised." The light faded from his eyes, and Rasul finally passed into oblivion. Like that, Xion and Ranga emerged victorious. As she watched Rimuru place the mask on Krinoa's face, Luminous couldn't help but think, did he succeed? It was a gambit. Chloe and Hinata had placed their trust in Rimuru, and so would Luminous put all the hope in him. The two had mentioned Rimuru to her a long time ago. Luminous had decided to feign ignorance, whilst keeping a close eye on him. When she discussed it with Hinata, she even pretended to know nothing. She only attended the Walpurgis banquet because she'd learned that Rimuru would be present. However, Luminous had been told differently, especially in regard to Rimuru becoming a demon lord. As Chloe's words gradually came true, Luminous no longer had any reason to doubt, and that was why Luminous had never intended to antagonize Rimuru in the first place. However, recently, these events contrasted greatly with the story Chloe and Hinata had told her. Inconsistencies were beginning to rise. This stirred great fear in Luminous. She was afraid that Krinoa, hidden in the Holy Ark, wouldn't be revived correctly if things continued to change. Her fear was realized when the least expected happened. Right before her much-anticipated music concert, her longtime subordinate Granbell betrayed her. Actually, she knew Granbell would betray her a long time ago, but never expected him to rebel against her so openly. And then, Hinata died. Krinoa was revived. Facing all these irregularities was to depend on Rimuru. Despite what she knew, he had also survived, so he too was an irregularity. Thus, he was the best candidate to handle the situation. That was how Luminous judged the matter. Sure enough, Rimuru did not disappoint. He decided to try to call for Krinoa's soul. "That mask looks just like the one Chloe had. Then there's still hope." Luminous cheered internally. It was then that Granbell spoke to her. "You seem quite happy, Luminous-sama. Do you truly believe that your beloved Chloe would return? What did you say? Isn't Krinoa the will of destruction? Now that the Holy Ark once containing it has disappeared, you must return Chloe's will in order to stop Krinoa. But do you really believe that Chloe's soul still rests inside Krinoa?" Luminous was stunned. "How did you know this?" She quickly turned her thoughts around. Had it been Granbell, it would have been possible for him to eavesdrop on Luminous and Chloe's conversation. "I see. So that's why you..." "Indeed. Just as you thought. This is the fastest way to destroy the world. Just hand responsibility to someone stronger than me." Granbell laughed, and his eyes were dark with madness. "Silence. Don't think you can achieve that so easily." "But I will. This world has always trampled my dreams. For example, my friend has just died." Hearing Granbell's words, Luminous noticed that another battle had concluded. Rimuru's subordinates had won and Rasul had perished. "Heta, this world is so cruel to me." "So what?" Luminous snapped. Granbell merely declared to her calmly, "That's why. A world like this should just disappear. Quit talking to yourself. You can despair all you want, but do it by yourself." Luminous shouted as she raised her beloved saber. It was called Night Rose, named after her hometown. Granbell responded to Luminous in a similar fashion. He drew his partner since his days as a hero, the Longsword of Truth. Both of their weapons were mythical grade, and had similar quality. Then, despair. "No, that's not it at all. Right now my heart is filled with hope." Granbell roared. Suddenly, the energy released from Rasul's body began to flow into his. It was Rasul's soul, and his power. Maria, Rasul, and Granbell The three's power sublimated in their souls to create one hope. Confirmation complete. Conditions satisfied. Unique skill unyielding one has evolved into ultimate skill Hope King Sariel. Granbell had once again gone to greater heights of strength under these circumstances. He had reached the ultimate realm, which only the chosen could reach. Coincidentally, both ultimate skill Hope King Sariel and ultimate skill Lustful King Asmodeus had the same authority. And that was over life and death. Now even their powers were on par with each other. Granbell stood silently, gazing at Luminous with his darkened eyes. I am ready too. Luminous Sama, let us end this once and for all. Well said. I shall accept your resolve. Now then, rest assured as I will kill you. The next moment, the two powerhouses collided. A duel between those who had awakened their ultimate skills, yet the victor was decided in an instant. In a flash of red, Luminous struck with her Night Rose. With a dim blue flame, Granbell blocked her strike with his longsword of truth. Memory and Requiem, Fortitude. The ultimate skill Lustful King Asmodeus clashed with Hope King Sariel. In having the same abilities, the one with the strong will would win the battle. And because of that, the unyielding hero Granbell had no reason to lose, and yet, Luminous was the last person standing. After placing the mask on Krinoa, I could feel myself sinking into her spiritual world. Of course, I had no idea how to do that myself. Raphael San handled the operation entirely. I thought her world would be a void of darkness, but as it turned out, it was rather bright. Since a place like this definitely wouldn't have any light source, I suppose that this must have just been an imaginary scene. As I bounced forward, guided by my instincts, I noticed someone walking towards me. Hey, long time no see. Slime-san. Actually, I should call you Satoru-san. It was Shizu-san. Despite my nostalgia, I felt a little shy, so I said, "Don't be so formal. My name now is Rimuru." Not to discard my past, but it's a bit embarrassing being called that. It definitely wasn't because I was hoping she would call me that. Definitely not. By the way, this mental scenery was really convenient. If I ever felt lonely, even the dead could keep me company. Shizu-san wasn't wearing her mask, and instead greeted me face to face. Her burn scars were gone as well, which once again confirmed to me that Shizu-san was absolutely beautiful. It was only natural that I looked like a Bishoujo myself due to it being based on Shizu's appearance. I suppose that made sense. Although as a guy, the feeling was rather strange. Having Shizu-san accompany me boosted my confidence and my pace hastened. Shizu-san smiled and followed. Yet, in front of us, stood another Bishoujo. It was Krinoa. Her eyes were flooded with hatred. It was terrifying. It really looked like she wanted to destroy the world. First, I wanted to talk to her. Hopefully she would listen. But as I was about to speak, something unexpected happened. "You are Rimuru. Is this real? Is it Rimuru himself?" This reaction was rather surprising. I thought she would be more hostile towards me. "Yeah, Rimuru-san here," confirming that it was me. Krinoa stepped forward to hug me. The Bishoujo was hugging a slime. It was pretty nice. Seeing us like this, Shizu-san giggled. She patted Krinoa's head lightly and murmured, "You have worked very hard. I really wanted to see you too. Kiro-sama." Was it okay for us to act all lovey-dovey like this now? People were fighting intensely outside, but here I was feeling really happy. "Well, are you Krinoa?" Now that we were with each other face to face, I started to suspect that Krinoa was how Chloe would look after growing up. They were very similar. Yes, I am Krinoa. I am a personification of evil trapped inside Chloe. I am also her alternate personality. If Hinata never named me, I probably wouldn't have become self-aware as a separate personality. I see. I still hadn't really computed the situation just yet, but it seemed that the situation was a lot more complicated than I originally thought. Then your goal is, if she wanted to destroy the world, I had to do my best to stop her, but since she was Chloe's alternate, maybe I could figure out a way to call Chloe back and switch them, which was why I had to ask her. However, it's all okay now, because Rimuru is safe and sound, Krinoa asserted calmly. She didn't seem to have any other conviction. "What do you mean I'm safe and sound? Please don't say something so ominous." I had safely pulled through many dangerous situations in the past, so now, I didn't want any more trouble like that again. "I mean, I've always been fine." At my answer, Krinoa became furious. "How dare you say that? You sacrificed yourself to save me." "I sacrificed myself." I was very confused. I didn't really know why she was pissed. but I decided to just apologize anyway. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched my other videos, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.